To all the peoples of the world, I once more give expression.
That the only thing we have to fear is fear itself. Whether it wishes us well or ill, that we shall pay any price, bear any burden, meet any hardship, support any friend, oppose any foe, to assure the survival and the success of liberty.
I have never been a quitter.
Tear down this wall.
Perhaps we need some outside universal threat to make us recognize this common bound. I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world. And yet I ask you, is not an alien force already?
Have you ever seen something that defies explanation?
You are not alone.
We seek to define and provide for those unwilling to taste the other side. It is in our dogmatic conviction to document the supernatural.
Our team, Joe Martinez, Jonathan Martinez, and Vincent Brunel will push the limits of technology and science.
We may not have all the answers, but they are out there, and we will find them. We are Dead October Paranormal.
Thank you for joining Dead October Paranormal. My name is Job, aka Castle Cage, and once again I have Joseph, Joseph, the Extreme. So what does that consist of? I turned off the recorder so it didn't. It cut off. So, but
hey, I don't believe
fucked that up.
handsome devil, gentlemen. The Extreme.
It's the Extreme.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen.
Don't start that.
And then
shit.
we have Jonathan, aka Fanboy.
I am the Fonz.
I was looking for like good stuff for your thing, and I couldn't find anything. Nothing that would like fit your
I'm just gonna have to find it. I can't rely on you for shit. I'm just gonna have to do it.
That's your job.
Yeah, I can't do everything.
That's your job.
Let me throw flowers as you walk out the door.
Could you? Could you really?
I don't know. You threw some stank as you walked out the door.
I fucking farted.
I was worried about you.
Like so bad, dude. I like a little like doo-doo came out.
Jesus.
Fucking farted.
All this damn smoke right in my face. Hold it
Gross.
over there.
Why?
It's like smoking me out.
That fart like was bad.
Mrs. Brown made us some good burritos.
That was a good
think
Mexican burrito.
I think Job just died inside.
Mexican.
It was like a room fart.
I told you it was a room fart.
I ate
I told John I think he had to shit because it smelled
I ate
like
those
a room
two
fart.
burritos and like it pushed the poo to like that little like
That's disgusting.
5-inch sector where air just goes around.
Explain to everybody what a room fart is.
Well, you think of your insides as plumbing. That's basically what it is. It's it's just what do you call what is the word I'm thinking of? Like flesh. It's just flesh, I guess. So
flesh.
You have your shit that's coming out, and then you got your beehole, and each time you fart, the shit gets closer.
Click on, or can you click on the one that says low cool? It's feeding back on the thing really bad. No,
Just
on
do
the
it.
air
Reach,
conditioner.
Vince, you could do it.
Or Vince, can you reach?
Which for this one?
No, the bottom one.
Just turn
This
it
where
up.
it says local.
Right there.
Okay.
There we go.
Come on, intern.
I don't know.
Intern JP. He was sleeping.
You're fired,
He was-
JP, if you're
he was
listening.
You
Sliping.
fired.
You're fired.
You fired. You fired.
As Donald Trump once said, you're fired.
JP.
But oh, sorry. Go finish your story, sir.
No, room fart is just each fart gets worse and more dense and more dense and more dense until it's like knocking on the back door and there's no gas in between your beehole
The
and the
airflow that
It's so
wraps
gross.
around the poo,
Yeah,
and then just squeezes its way through, and then comes out the hole.
yeah, those are room farts.
It's gross.
And then like 10 minutes.
You
or
could
10
easily judge when you have to shit because it's so bad, like the one you left, that it
Like
lingers.
10 minutes later, you just gotta take a shit. You're
Yeah.
like, fuck. All right,
I just better go, man.
it's time to go take a shit.
Those are room farts.
Dude,
Just simple plumbing.
I was at work, and we're like all the way up in the mountains, and it was just like you literally have to go all the way down the mountain to the gas station just to go to the bathroom. And like I was popping off while we were sitting there flagging next to the whole crew. And the wind was all blowing. I was like, they probably smell it.
Blowing it right in their face.
I used to hate when you had to take a shit and there was nowhere to go.
There's nowhere to go up there, dude. You're literally on the highway up
Or,
in
like,
the mountain.
You're in
There's
the middle of like setting
nothing.
your cone line and
Just
like,
go down the hill a little bit. And just pop a squat.
and just shit in the river.
You're like in the middle of setting your cone line and it just like pokes and you're like, fuck.
You're literally in the middle of nowhere.
I'm gonna check my phone just to see if it's okay.
It's the worst.
I'm gonna squeeze
Having to
cheeks,
use the bathroom while you're working construction.
squeeze cheeks and check my phone. Oh, that's a pretty important text message. I would
really have to go all the way up the mountain, and then or either all the way down. Speaking of mountains, I've been seeing this thing a lot of these things called Colorado mountain sliders.
What is that?
They're like these creatures that from what the pictures that I seen, they look like a whale.
Colorado mountain slider?
Yeah, but I've also seen like pictures of them where they look like a squid, but they like climb up the mountains and like slide down them and shit, and they're like really weird looking. But it's like a Colorado cryptid.
Colorado cryptid?
Yeah, let's see if I can find a picture.
Colorado cryptid.
Colorado mountain. Not call it.
Like, did you notice? Have people ever asked you that you say mountains different?
Mountains?
Yeah, like we say mountains.
Mountains? Mountains. I say mountains.
I say mountains.
The Rocky Mountains.
I was watching this thing the other day about dragons, like where
they're rock
where that
sliders.
came from.
A dragon?
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's that one little... Have you ever seen that little lizard? It's like this big. And it looks just like a dragon. Has wings and everything.
Scientists were questioning where dragons came from and why our ancestors were so terrified of them that it's like local folklore. And like that, they believe that the Christian church made dragons up to put the fear in them that they were demonic creatures climbing out of hell.
That's what they look like.
Looks like a joint with teeth.
Yeah.
It looks like
the
like
thing
a
off
tremor.
of Star Wars. That or like that.
Yeah, that looks like a whale. How big are they?
I don't fucking
That thing's
know.
the size of the mountain.
Let's see what wiki says. Cryptid wiki.
How could...
I've lived here my whole life. I've never even fucking heard of it.
Yeah.
The slide rock bolter.
Probably
A bizarre
somebody made
creature and fearsome critter recounted by lumberjacks in North America during the 19th and 20th century. It is believed to live in the mountains of Colorado,
By a lumberjack.
but only on the mountains where the slope is at an angle greater than 45 degrees.
Oh, God.
It has an immense head, small eyes, and a large mouth, which is similar to a sculpin. Its tail end is fluke like a dolphin with enormous grab hooks.
Grab hooks.
So it's like just
Like
like
a
a
tremor?
giant fucking mountain slug.
It's like Tremors.
What does
Yeah.
it eat?
Is
People
is it related to the Mongolian death worm?
Eating
I
lumberjacks.
don't know.
And it lives underground, I'm assuming?
No, it lives on the mountain, like above ground. I've seen videos of it where they've captured
The whole side of a
videos
mountain.
Are they sure it's
moving.
just not a tree falling and
Yeah.
with rocks around it?
That's weird, dude. When they see like the trees like shaking all fucking crazy.
Have you seen
like
those
that?
videos of the trees that are walking?
Yeah.
Like moving?
That shit's crazy. Like
that
in
that
what
M.
is
Night
it? An
Shyamalan
ant?
movie's coming real, man, where the trees are going to start killing us.
Like an ant from Lord of the Rings.
If we
Treebeard.
don't have anything good to say, we don't say it at
That
all.
would fucking piss me off, dude, if it took a whole
Takes
day just for them to
too
say
long.
hello. What the fuck, man? No wonder why
They
they
just
burned you
say all
assholes
fucking
down.
day. I started turning all blue. I was all. Hello.
All you said is it. What the hell?
I'd have to say Job's probably the king of annoying noises. There's always like high screeches or farts and high pitches and
Yells. And screams.
yells and screams.
I'm not gonna apologize.
I don't even want to smoke this cigar. It's dog
Why?
shit.
You haven't even lit it.
These aren't too bad.
Those ones that I bought that said they were high quality.
The Cubanos?
Yeah, dog shit.
They're not that bad. You know what? It might be good now that it's sat in the humidor. These aren't bad at all.
Dog shit.
These are good smokes. Cheapies.
You can blame
Cheapies.
Miss Brown for all my gassy digestive.
You're just repulsive all the time. It's
No,
not
I'm not.
just now. You're always farty and burpy and gurgling and there's always noises coming out of
Act
your
like
mouth.
you don't fart.
Oh, I fart. Just not like you.
I farted.
When my farts are like epic events. They come every once in a while, but when they do, they're bad.
Like that burp that you fucking spewed
Oh,
out the
God.
other day was
That was
disgusting.
Which one was it?
Your insides
Your
are probably
fucking
dying.
that burp the other night.
No, that wasn't a burp. That was a fart.
That shit smelled like death, dude.
That was a fart.
It felt like you were chewing butthole all day.
There's gotta be. We gotta make like
agree.
a sign on the door that says no farting.
There's no window.
There's no room in here.
No, not with the air conditioner.
You literally get stuck gasping in each
we
other's
want to
ear.
apologize for the sound, but it's fucking hot. It's hot.
Maybe if I turn my microphone away.
Yeah, it's hot today.
No.
Like in this little studio, it's all black, and the heat just sits in here.
Well, whose bright idea was to paint it all black?
It's fucking cool. Imagine in
It
the
looks
winter,
good.
though, it's gonna be nice and warm.
She looks good. Leave her alone.
She looks beautiful.
Should have painted the roof.
We worked hard.
Why the roof reflects the lights?
We worked hard on the studio.
I think we did.
Took us like 4 days.
You were in the mountains,
Yeah.
running after Treebeard.
Fucking hate it up there.
Slugs.
I don't hate the mountains. I just hate fucking running around up there. I like what drives me nuts is people that can't drive in the mountains.
Cause they're all tourists.
It's so fucking annoying.
Like
When you're
my
going down to
God,
5%,
Look at these mountains.
like
they're
a 5%
beautiful.
grade, shift down a fucking gear.
They burn out their
Ass
brakes.
wipe.
They burn them out.
Fucking burning your brakes and hitting your brakes every 2 seconds. If
Dude.
you shift down, you don't have to use
Nothing's
brakes.
worse than driving on I-70 down the mountain
The
when
mountains
it's
are
fucking
beautiful.
snowing.
I hate I-70.
I hate that shit.
I-70
Oh, when it's
is
snowing?
the worst
I
fucking
hate that.
highway.
One time we went to Vegas and we were on our way back and we were going through Vale Pass and we were in Michael's old ass Bronco. It had 4-wheel drive, but 4-wheel drive does no good if the tires are bald.
Yeah.
So going up, it was cool, it was all right, and then coming down, I lost control, and I was like, oh, shit. And I was just looking at the edge, and I was like, no. So I turned the wheel and gunned it, and I fishtailed into the median, and we just landed in the median. I was like, oh, thank God. And then this guy came and pulled us out, and he had like this big-ass nice truck, 4-wheel drive and everything. He's from Florida, pulling out a Colorado person. I felt like such a jackass.
If you live in Colorado, you got to have like at least a 4-wheel drive.
Yeah.
They like Subaru. They call it the Colorado car, the Denver
I hate
car.
Subaru drivers.
Subaru. Why?
They're so mean. Like
Well,
I loved my Subaru.
they don't use blinkers. They don't they cut you off, and
When did you have a Subaru?
Well, that was like one of my first cars.
Oh.
The white one. You remember the white car?
the one you totaled.
No, I didn't total it.
I don't remember.
That car lasted through everything. We were driving that car through Utah in the middle of a snowstorm, and it handled like a beast.
Yeah, I had a 4-wheel drive. I think I got it from Joey. And Julian broke his leg. Whoa, what was that?
I was switching the sound on my mic.
Julian broke his leg, and we were having to get...
Julian?
Yeah. We had to...
It sounds all sophisticated that way. Julian.
Is that when Harley?
But we had to
drug
get
his
home,
ass?
and it was a...
What are you guys doing? Leave it
That's
alone.
too-
That
that's
sounds
too-
fine.
We're trying to kill the sound.
Yeah,
You're fucking with it.
Anyway, Julian broke his leg. Remember Harley was dragging him around the
that's
field with a
sad,
broken
dude.
leg?
That sucks.
And he...
How many hours was he out there?
An hour by himself.
Who's Harley?
The dog.
That stupid dog we
They
used to
wrapped
have.
around
My
his
dad.
leg and broke his
Well, they
leg.
bought it for Julian when he was a baby, so he could have a dog to
What
grow
kind
up
of
with.
dog was it?
Australian Shepherd.
And it he went to go take it to go to the bathroom.
How big
and
was
it,
Julian?
Gay rolls of size.
What?
Yeah,
An Australian Shepherd.
they said he
Dragged his ass around.
No, that dog was strong, man. You should have felt the
Yeah,
power of
Harley.
that dog.
Harley was like a,
That dog was nothing but muscle, man. But anyway, Julian grew so fast that he had abscess on his femur, and they didn't know. And when he stepped in a hole, and the dog wrapped around his leg, and the dog went one way, and it just snapped his leg.
snapped his shit like paper.
Yeah. And they think that he was growing so fast that he had, like, his bones had, like, weak spots in them.
Oh, so
where
it
it
wasn't
wasn't fully developed. Yeah.
fully developed.
Like
Oh,
he-
I've never broken a bone in my body.
Harley,
Not one.
Harley drug his
I've-
ass around
I've
the
fucking-
football field. Huh?
I bent some shit and I fucking twisted a weird way and never mind, I fucking lied. I broke my collarbone. But that was on Halloween when we had the surprise party for you guys. And I was all happy in my costume driving to Eric's house and it was all slushy.
On your
On your
scooter.
scooter?
I was on my scooter and I fucking turned the corner right to go in the alleyway because we were all supposed to park in the back.
Uh-huh.
And I turned and the scooter went from underneath me and I biffed it all hard. My face bounced off the asphalt.
I remember you're like, sorry, man, my shirt's all torn. You're all jacked up.
Fucking Rachel, she's like, oh, I'll put it because I'm pretty sure I dislocated my socket. And she just put her foot underneath my armpit and pulled it. And it was all, oh god. And then my collarbone, even now, like it's like healed like a triangle, like this, where if you run your hand across it, you could feel it's like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I fucked my shit up on that one.
All I broke, knock on wood, is fingers. That's it.
I've never broke a finger.
Oh my god, dude, it's the most annoying.
You know what's the worst
pain in the
is
world.
when you're fucking pushing on something with your thumb and it hyperextends backwards. Have you ever done that? Where you could feel it like go, like the whole thing just extends backwards.
That sounds like a video.
Oh.
Sounds like a video game injury.
I've had that.
A video game injury
Yeah.
from the sticks.
No, I've never broken anything other than my fingers.
Is it possible
It's
to
like the
break your
worst.
wiener?
Yeah, I've
Like,
heard about it.
Snap a wiener in half.
I
I
snapped.
think I had a cousin who did that.
Snapped
Broke
his
his
wiener.
dick? Broke
Do we
his
want to
dick?
say his name?
How do you break your dick?
It's a distant cousin.
Wiener.
It's a distant cousin. I don't want to talk about it.
How do you break your dick?
I don't know.
You brought it up.
I don't know. Ask.
Do you think it'd be like, you know how like they make people taller where they break their bones?
Do you think it
You
popped?
could break your wiener and
like
make
it It pops like when you're cracking like a chicken leg.
Is it cartilage?
Yeah.
Like your ear?
Yeah.
Like when I went with my ex-wife to get her top of her ear pierced, when they pierced it, it popped. Like,
Yeah.
really loud. It was
I used
weird.
to have all like piercings
I was
all
sitting there
down
and
my
I was
ear, and every time
what the hell was that?
you pierced it, it would pop through.
Yeah, it because of the cartilage, it just like
Yeah.
snaps. Oh, it's gross.
That'd be hard to break the main vein.
That would probably be pretty devastating.
That's painful just thinking about it.
Close your ears, intern.
Have you ever done, what does it say? Cock push-ups?
What's cock push-up?
It's when you lay down flat on the ground, and then you just let your boner lift you off the ground. I love Tenacious D.
That's a Tenacious D song?
Yeah.
It's like one of their
Cock
stupid
push-ups.
their little skits on their thing. It's like the one where he's like orders the chicken nuggets. 6 chicken McNuggets. Throw 2 of them away and shove.
And I want like
Shove
a
'em up
4
your ass.
chicken McNugget thing. Put 2 of them up your ass and give me 4 chicken McNuggets.
Ew.
Fucking Jack Black.
Everybody always said growing up I was like Jack Black.
You were like Jack Black, especially when you had your long hair. One of the funniest stories
Should've
that
been
I've always
Nacho.
had, dude, when Job had his long hair, when I went to Eric's house and Job was swimming in the pool, and I was like, "Who's it?" Like, I asked Eric, I said, "Who's swimming in your pool?" Is like, who? I was like, "Who's that chick swimming in your pool?" And Job got out and whipped his hair, and he was like, "Dude, that's fucking Job, man." I thought it was a chick swimming in Eric's pool.
It's Chobe.
Job kind of looks like Argyle with long hair from Stranger Things when he had his long hair.
Oh no. I need to get some like some troops from the back and bring them up to the front. It's kind of getting a little thin up there.
That sucks getting old, man. Your hair starts thinning out.
It happens to every
Get
man right
fatter
around
and
30.
slower.
Right around 30,
That shit's-
my hair thinned out. I lost my widow's peak. I was like, oh. I didn't mind that.
Is it devastating?
Nah, it was weird. But
Like
then it
it-
stops.
It's weird because like in
Then
the
it
front of
fills
my
in.
head, it's thick, but then it like thins out towards the center, and then like in the back, it's thick as fuck.
My hair's thinning out. It sucks. I'm gonna just start shaving my head. Fuck it. I'm gonna just go baldy all the time.
I can't imagine you bald. You
Why?
look weird.
I actually look pretty good. You know that filter on Snapchat
It's-
where you take a picture and you look bald?
I'm sure that's not
You're
what
too
it looks
prissy
like.
to be
I look
bald.
good. Why?
Cause
Oh, I could.
What
do
if
it.
you have like weird divots in your head?
I could rock it.
Have you ever seen
What,
those bald
divots?
guys that their head looks like a Shar-Pei? Like the dog? They have like those weird ass wrinkles in their head. Have you ever seen that?
When it looks like a ball sack
Yeah.
or a Shar-Pei.
A Shar-Pei.
A Shar-Pei ball sack.
The Shar-Peis have like all the wrinkled faces and crap. Yeah. How would you cut your hair? You'd have to like pull your hair straight and then get in the crack.
get in the wedge of the fat.
Just, honey, hold this side and pull the other side and shave.
Pull it tight.
Duct tape it.
You're not pulling it tight enough.
Daddy, what are you doing? I'm duct taping my head. I gotta shave.
You fucking lift your fucking hot dog in the back of your head.
I'm
seen
not
this,
looking
dude.
forward to getting old, dude. I don't want to get old at all.
I seen this dude.
If
the
we're
other
lucky,
day.
though.
He had like the bottom of his neck shaved, and then like in the back where his neck or where his fat roll was, he had his hair hanging down. So like he like lifted it, and then you could see like the crease, and the hair was like sticking up like that. But then when he put his head down, it looked like the back
It
of
folded right
his
over.
hairline. I was like, that's weird.
Have you seen the new haircuts for the women? They're like almost like like Will off of Stranger Things with the bowl haircut, like Lloyd Christmas, but they shave like it. They shave
Oh,
it all
God.
weird, and
Here
it's
we
like
go.
a stupid ass bowl. It's so terrible, dude. It's like
Why?
the worst.
With the thick ass
Awful.
eyebrows, they probably look like
Yeah.
clowns.
It's really bad.
Look like a clown.
Let me see if I can Google it.
I don't know. Some thick eyebrows look good on some people, and others no, not at all.
Name one person that has good thick eyebrows.
Me.
Men.
You don't have thick eyebrows. You have
Yes,
a
I
thick
do.
eyebrow.
Unibrow.
I have to clean up
You're
the,
like a unibrow.
I clean up the center pretty good. But when I don't maintenance it, it like gets pretty thick. I'll definitely have one eyebrow.
Scarlett Johansson has like real thick eyebrows. Stop it. Don't say a thing. I know what you're gonna say.
You look like you have stinky face.
She does have stinky
Oh
face.
god.
You're just stupid.
She looks like her face stinks.
How can your face stink?
Like if you just leaned in and her face fucking smells like just sweat.
Like dog breath?
Yeah, like just fucking nut sweat.
Stop it.
That's what she looks like. Like
Leave her alone.
Like taint sweat.
Don't be mean. She's so beautiful. You gotta find.
She
something
is
to say
pretty,
about it.
but her face looks like it smells like taint.
Like for the bowler haircut.
God, that was scary. Good God, that's
Like-
stuff a nightmare.
Steve Buscemi.
I think she like her face looks like
Forget
it
it.
smells like taint.
Shimmy. He's a great underrated actor.
Oh, dude, he's fantastic. I love him.
I didn't really like his character in fucking that movie with Adam Sandler. What the fuck's it called?
Like all of them.
He's in everyone.
Grown Ups.
He's in Tony Soprano's cousin. He's in The Sopranos for a while.
But
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's really good.
I really
good.
like I like him in Armageddon though.
Yeah, he's great.
Just trying to feel the power between my legs, brother.
Like, we had a front rows. I got a great spot picked out there.
I'm trying
No
to, what does he
nukes,
say?
no nukes.
Trying to feel the power between my legs before we die. He's a good actor, dude. I like him.
Why would he not fix his teeth if he was that rich?
He's iconic.
It's
His
like,
teeth are just
It
so...
just sets him apart.
it's the same thing with what's his name from Queen?
Oh, Freddie Mercury.
Freddie Mercury. He never wanted to fix his teeth.
Michael Strahan's the same way.
He was afraid it was going to change the tone in his singing.
Now that I lost a tooth on the bottom, I'm starting to get a separation on the bottom. I hate it, man. I might have to go get an Invisalign. I don't want a gap in the bottom of my teeth.
I broke my tooth because I was all stoned eating M&Ms. I was like chewing on my tooth. I was like, and so I had to get it removed because the whole thing split in half.
Oof.
I had to get it removed, but it like kind of helped my teeth. It like relieved the pressure, and my wisdoms grew out and all that stuff. So I don't even have to get my wisdoms removed or my molars.
Dude, I got one wisdom,
my wisdom
removed back here, and it was the worst fucking pain I've ever had to deal
Well,
with.
I have a small mouth, so when they were pulling this tooth, he was pulling and it wouldn't come out. This tooth, it wouldn't come out. So he started drilling, and he cut my gum on both sides, and then he was pulling on it, and he couldn't get it. I guess it was like he said it was fused to my jawbone, and he was on top of me like pulling, and I was like ah. But I have a really small. My lips are really small, so my mouth doesn't open very far. He's like, open your mouth a little further. I was like, I can't, man. That's all I got, man. I could feel my lips cracking, and it was the worst experience of my life. Finally, he called the other guy in, and the guy was like wiggling it, and he had so much pressure on it when he pulled it, it came out, and he hit the top of this tooth, and he chipped it, and now it's starting to break apart. And I want to go back. And
He
tell
should have
him,
fixed
you,
it.
You did this.
Yeah,
Fix it.
I would have made him fix it right there.
It hurt so
Fucking-
bad, dude, but my mouth was completely numb. But I was just thinking, man, if I wasn't numbed right now, I could imagine the pain. Like, my body's probably like screaming bloody murder on the inside.
I had this one dentist fixing my tooth, dude, and he
Tooth
was
pain is the
grinding it
worst.
down.
Jackass.
He was
So
grinding
bad.
it down, and he slipped, and the drill was a pointed drill, and it went into my cheek, and it was all, and I was like, oh, and I felt it just tearing up my fucking cheek meat. And I was like, what the fuck, dude? And like, he's like, oh, man.
Like cheek meat.
That was like when I went to the dentist last time, dude.
He's like, I'm not going to charge you for that.
They were doing a scan of my mouth, and that chick had like, it was like a rod
Good bad
with
name.
like a
Cheek meat.
I don't even know what it was. It scanned my gums, but it was like a big, thick, probably 2-inch rod, and she was sticking it in my mouth, dude, and she was like face fucking the shit out of me, dude. I was like how my mouth was numb, but I could feel it. Like she was like jamming a dick in my throat and like, I was like, and I almost wanted to fucking tell her like Gabe. I wanted to fucking tell her to stop.
Fix the camera.
I wanted to tell her to stop and be
Hit
like,
the red button.
like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with you, man?
There you
Why
go.
there you go. I almost felt like she was kind of getting off on it, dude, because she was like cramming it in the back of my throat and in my like it was like I was brushing my teeth with the dick. It's like, and I was just like,
I don't ever want to see those visuals again.
It was like the worst experience of my life. Dude, you can almost tell like she kind of enjoyed it too. That's what bothered me the most.
She probably does that to everybody just to mess with them.
I told Mrs. Brown, I was like, fuck this dentist place, man. This place sucks. Every time I go there, dude, they just beat the shit out of me. Yeah.
Numb you up just to beat you down.
Yeah, and the fucking chick was jamming the needle in my mouth like 6 fucking times.
God, that's the worst pain, dude, when they're giving you the shots in your gums.
I think tooth pain is the worst, dude. I wouldn't say I'd rather break my wiener.
I don't know. My dad...
Tooth pain's pretty bad.
One of his back teeth, I think it might have been his wisdom teeth. He pulled it himself. He just grabbed pliers. My mom said he was sitting in the bathroom and he was just... She could hear him, and he was just wiggling it.
I tried that shit.
And he pulled it himself, man. It is huge, too. The roots on it were like this big, man. It was all the way like real deep.
I had a cap on this one, and it hurt so bad, dude, that I was like, fuck it. And I was in my work truck, and I grabbed it, and I was pulling on it, and the cap came off, dude, and all the air hit my nerve, dude, and I was just like... I fucking almost blacked out. And it was like 9 o'clock at night, dude, and I was like... I was working late and I just started getting all dizzy and I was like, fuck. Oh. Dude, like, I started crying in my truck. I was like, it hurts so bad. I had an abscessed tooth or something.
An exposed nerve is the worst.
It fucking, dude, it hurt so bad that I literally wanted to just fucking punch my face in to knock myself out because of how bad it hurt.
This is a story I never told.
Yeah, it fucking hurt.
I had the worst tooth. The nerve was like dangling. It was hanging out of my tooth. It was that bad, and every time I'd breathe in, it would hurt. And we had a show. Vanadium had a show, and it was at the Oriental. It was the first time we ever played there. And I told Eric, I said, dude, I don't think I can make it, man. I'm like, it hurt so bad. It felt like somebody was in the top of my inside my skull, pulling the top of my mouth apart. It hurt that bad. I was like, dude, I don't think I could do it. He goes, you better do it. He goes, this is a big show. It's like kind of our hometown show because we all grew up on the north side. So he's like, you better make it. And I did everything I could. I put Oragel. That didn't work. I took painkillers.
Oragel doesn't work.
Oragel makes it worse.
One of my cousins said to put 7-7 alcohol on it. That didn't work. So
what the hell's that gonna do?
I laid down to the last possible second. Hauled ass down there, got dressed, hauled ass down there. Stephanie pulled up to the back. I ran in from the back door in. They were going on stage. I put my bass on. I was like, let's go. We went in. We played like an hour set. And as soon as we were done, I packed my shit and we left. I was like, I couldn't take it, man. I was on stage. My cheek was all swollen, and I was like, I wasn't myself. I was playing, I was trying to get into it, and about halfway through, it was okay, not that bad. And then I made the mistake of like taking a real big deep breath, and it ignited it again, man. I was in so much pain.
Dude, what I've noticed that when you have massive tooth pain like that, acetaminophen and Tylenol. No painkiller. Like I was Percocets, Vicodin, and all that shit, and nothing worked. But when I took acetaminophen and then ibuprofen, dude, it fucking helps so much.
Dude, it hurt so bad I couldn't see. I was like, my vision was blurry. So I sat in a dark room for like 3 hours, and she took the kids to the babysitter or whatever. And I was like, I'm not going to go. And she goes, you have to go. Because I had already, when we had JP, I missed a show that night. So I was like, all right. And it was a big show for us. It was the Oriental. I mean, we've been to the Oriental to see shows. And then like 2 weeks later, we got another show at the Oriental. But I had already got it pulled and they had already chipped. That's when they pulled it. And then that show was good.
Yeah.
It was, and then right after that show, dude, like 2 days or 2 or 3 days after that show, they had such a good bass system that I didn't need to hear it. I could feel it in my feet. So when I was playing, it was like one of the best shows I ever played because I could feel the drum beat, the bass drum, and what I was playing. So I could feel it in my feet. So I didn't need to hear anything. It was like one of the best shows we ever played. Like 3 days later, there was a band. They were rehearsing or warming up, and the whole ceiling caved in. I was like, dang, man, can you imagine that all our family was out there? Like, Grandma was there, Rachel. Our whole family was there to watch us. Dude. I think my dad was there, and the whole roof caved in, man. So they had to redo it.
That TikTok where that screen fell on that Asian dude.
Oh my god, dude,
just
that's
fucking
horrible.
Crushed him into the ground. Oh my god.
I'm always
in Japan.
I'm always worried about
ass.
like in Dallas with that big ass screen above the football field. What happens if that thing got loose and it smashed two teams? It would kill everybody.
It's a massacre. Oh,
everybody would be in the stands and Dak would be smashed in half, laying on the ground. Everybody would be like, "Oh my god,
the Cowboys season is over."
Shh. See, the franchise is over. Can you imagine the lawsuits for that?
It's almost kind of like
dude, it's so big though.
Like
that
the
thing
Pepsi Center.
How the hell is that thing like holding on, man?
Or Ball Arena.
Yeah, those big screens. Can you imagine if they were to fall? I'm sure it's happened somewhere, like overseas or.
They're really taking a chance, man.
Ugh, dude,
playing under those.
God, that would be horrible. We one time we lived in this apartment, and we lived in the center, the middle floor. There was a basement, middle, top, and I swear, man, people above us, they would walk, and you could hear everything moving up there. Like you could hear them perfect. All they were doing was walking. But one time I was laying in bed,
you hear
and they were
them banging it
around,
out,
dude, and you could almost see the ceiling like bowing in when they were walking. It was scary, man. I always thought that whole ceiling was gonna smash down on us while we were sleeping.
You'd never hear him banging it out.
Why do you go to that? Why does it always go to that?
Because that's what it's like when you live with neighbors like that. You live with neighbors.
Squeaky.
You hear everything.
I don't think I've ever heard. I think they were like an older couple. But they were big people.
That's even worse.
That's why I thought the floor was gonna fall in.
Oh, that was quick.
I forgot about that.
Man, he did better last time.
I forgot about that when
Come on, Greg. You know you can do better.
they finished and you're down there. But I forgot. Eric was so mean to me, dude. I thought I would be able to take that show off. And then I was like, you guys got it. I'm just the bass player. No, we need you. God dang, dude. I just remember walking in the back door being in so much pain. I gave them all my stuff, and they had my bass set up by the door, and I just walked in, threw all my bass, and walked up and started playing. It was bad.
Once you're part of the team, you're part of the team.
I had to tough that one out, man. That was bad. Rough.
Fuck tooth pain.
Rough. Oh, dude, it's the worst. It's the worst pain I've ever had.
Yeah.
And I've had kidney stones and everything else, dude, and that's the worst.
So not to change the subject or anything, but did you hear they found an alligator in Sloan's Lake?
I wouldn't doubt it.
So, for people that don't live in Colorado or Denver,
it's the second biggest lake in Colorado.
Yeah, it's the second biggest.
Or in Denver.
They say it's bottomless,
but it's a lake right outside the city of Denver.
Bottomless mimosas, baby.
In Wheat Ridge, or what was it? Is it Wheat Ridge?
Edgewater.
Lake Wad. Right in the fucking Lake Wad.
Yeah, but it's got, well, of course.
Like our whole life, they told us that it was bottomless.
Yeah.
There's an island, dude. I want to build a house on that island. If I ever get enough money, fuck yeah.
There's no island in Sloan's Lake.
Yes, there is. On the end.
What are you gonna do?
Just take a boat back and forth.
What if your shit sinks? You're sleeping,
see.
and then all of a sudden,
That's where I'm going. In the event of a zombie apocalypse, I'm going to the island in Sloan's Lake.
What if zombies
there's
can
nothing
swim?
there.
I will build a shelter and a house, and I will live.
You're just
very
gonna be a
happy.
hobo on an island.
Yes, there's geese around. We could eat geese.
You're gonna eat geeses,
A gaggle of geese.
gooses.
A gaggle of dicks.
They gotta be gross. Usually it's Joe who's over the top. It's you. You can tell you're tired.
I am tired. I'm so fucking tired.
For those of you that don't know, it's midnight.
This
We had a
doesn't-
lot of stuff to do.
This doesn't even make sense. It says
We gotta go to work tomorrow.
is Sloan's Lake bottomless mimosas.
Last night, dude, I was having the weirdest dreams. I fell asleep watching Dead Files.
How deep is the
And,
water
like,
in Sloan's Lake?
Why do you watch that shit before you go to bed? Dude?
I kind of like it, dude.
Setting yourself up to fail on that.
I kind of like it.
I can't even watch TV anymore.
Like I
so
like,
next time we go ghost hunting and you guys try to turn on the TV, I'm gonna
I like falling
pull the
asleep
cord.
to like haunted shows because my dreams are so like vivid and evil.
It says it's really shallow.
Sloan's is shallow.
That's what it says.
Well, where the hell did we get that it was bottomless?
I don't know.
We all heard
It's
it.
just the Mexican folklore around North Denver.
Yeah.
That
You know
shit's
why they told
bottomless,
us?
fool.
You know why they told us that? Because the kids at Lake High School or middle school always walk across the lake when it's frozen.
They're
It's
like,
probably why where it got started.
oh, that shit's bottomless, fool.
Don't walk on the lake or else you'll fall in and it's bottomless.
You'll
We'll never
sink.
find your body.
You'll sink to the center of the earth, fool.
Either that or they were throwing bodies in there. You can't find them. It's bottomless.
Speaking of, dude, Lake Mead, they found a shit ton of bodies over in Lake Mead
That's fucking
this week.
bullshit.
They found where the mafia
Yeah.
used to drop them.
And they're all
in
tied
barrels.
to cinder blocks and barrels and shit. And
Dude, I don't think this is right. It says that the deepest it is 8 feet.
No.
No.
Dude, there's boats out there and they're always water 8 feet.
Yeah, Sloan's Lake Park near 25th Avenue in Sheridan, 176 acres across. The max depth is 8 feet.
That's probably
No.
the ceiling in this room.
that shit would dry
Yeah.
out, dude. Like, as hot as it's been all these summers, dude, it would dry out.
There's no way it's only
Primary
8 feet deep.
primary source of water is Clear Creek. Clear Creek. It's a Clear Creek.
Quickly.
Clear Creek via Rocky Mountain Water Ditch, storm and urban runoff groundwater.
Dude, there's always people in there fishing. I wouldn't fish in that lake.
Dude, I wouldn't eat
Fuck
that
no.
fish.
Oh, hell no.
If you
It's
eat
like
that,
the.
It's just sport
You'd
fishing.
be
You just
eating
toss them
the
back.
Simpsons fish.
Yeah, the one with three eyes.
Fuck
That water is gross, dude.
1860s is when it was created. So the reason why I bring
Is it
it up,
man-made?
yeah,
Yeah, it's a
Ah,
That's
I didn't
horseshit.
know that.
So-
That ruined it for me.
well, the reason why I bring it up is because I was always told when I was a kid that a plane crashed in there and it sank all the way to the bottom and they couldn't find it. So they used to call it the bottomless.
I thought
Sloan's
that
Lake.
was Lake Rhoda.
No, Sloan's.
You sure it wasn't Lake Rhoda?
I don't even know what the fuck a Lake Rhoda is.
That's the lake at Lakeside.
No.
Dude, Tiffany's mom was on the roller coaster.
Oh, sadly,
that,
dude, they found a 11-year-old girl in there last week.
At the Lakeside Lake?
Yeah, the
Lake
one
Rhoda?
the one across the street.
Oh, Rocky Mountain.
They found her body in there.
Rest in peace.
Really sad.
Poor thing.
11?
Our condolences to
Yeah.
your family.
Our
That's
condolences.
sad.
That's super sad. She was autistic and poor thing.
They want to say that they think it was foul play.
Well, yeah.
That's sad, dude. That's super sad.
That's horrible.
But anyways, sorry, what were you saying?
Oh, Tiff's mom was on the roller coaster that flew into the lake.
I forgot about that.
Can you imagine that shit, dude?
The
Being on a
cyclone?
fucking roller coaster, and then all of a sudden it just detaches, and you're all fucking mid.
Is this part? You look over your neighbor. Is this part of the ride? I don't think so.
And then imagine like you just see the shiny lake, and you're just like fucking midair.
Dude, all I remember
And also-
about that lake, dude, one time we were on the little dock area, and I looked down, and they were the biggest sucker fish I've ever seen in my life. People were feeding them. They were like 6 feet long.
And that
Let me get
big-ass
the
lake?
peanut butter.
They were like the size of a small shark, man.
Can you imagine, dude, if you're riding that roller coaster and you flew off into the lake?
Do you remember?
You'd be lucky that you flew off in the lake.
Do you remember when the mall was there and you used to go behind Target
Mhm.
and you would go over that little hill and you could just drive off into the lake? There was nothing but like a little ass guardrail.
It was kind of, or like the...
That used to scare me so bad when I was a little kid because
The
we were always there.
chipmunks, like
They had
when
the
you-
Ferris wheel that was like in the eggshells, and they would lock you in the cage. And I was always fucking scared, dude, because it's right next to the lake, next to
fly
the
off
roller
into it.
coaster. That if that one of those fucking eggshell or the egg things that they put you in, dude, they lock it from the outside. So if that thing fell into the lake,
Yeah.
you'd be fucked.
It'd
You wouldn't
take
be
you
able
down
to.
about-
You'd have to. You'd be like drowning while you're trying to stick your fingers through the little tiny hole to unlock the latch.
How is Lakeside not condemned by now?
I have no idea.
The
Dude, that roller coaster looks so beat up.
The chipmunk ride, dude, where you just turn hard and it like fucking snaps your
Did you
spine.
have you ever seen I follow this page on Instagram and it's like Denver turn of the century and they have a picture of the casino inside Lakeside. There was a casino in there and then there's a big ass there was a pool. It's really really cool. I should have saved those pictures.
If I had
and showed
money,
them to
dude,
you.
I would revive Lakeside.
Dude, inside where the tower is,
And-
there's all kinds of stuff in there.
I'm so glad that the guys from South Park are reviving Casa Bonita.
They said it's a dump though, that it's costing them a lot more money. I seen a thing on it.
Yeah.
That the kitchen alone was just like,
Dude, I
they
used to
had
work
to
there.
completely redo
I
everything.
used to work there, and like, it sucks so
You used to
bad,
bring us
dude.
sopapillas. You'd come over and bring sopapillas, and we'd play Madden all night.
Dude, it sucks so
Your
bad.
girlfriend would get mad and
I
go sit in
actually
the
had
car.
a really good time, and I'd like go buy a case of beer, and me and Vince would play Madden, and my girlfriend would be all pissed off, and she'd go sit in the car.
Oh shit. So hold on, let me interrupt you for a second. I was reading an article on Lakeside about the one and only death. So fucked up. Ready, people?
God.
On this date in 1950, Lakeside Amusement Park had its first and only death on the Derby coaster. It wasn't the first accident. In 4 years prior, a woman fell out and was scalped and severely mangled, and it could have been intentional. Why would she do that?
She jumped out.
Yeah, the Derby was torn down in 1937 and replaced with the current Cyclone coaster in 1940.
That thing was built in 40. God.
Yeah. 100C accident at close of war spectacle at Lakeside. Thrown from a speeding train on the Derby coaster in Lakeside Park. His name was Paul Settlemar. He was 22 years old. West of 24th Avenue, was instantly killed and his body was frighteningly mangled shortly after 11 o'clock.
He fell off and was hit by the mini train?
Yeah,
The little tiny train?
mangled.
That's what it says? The mini train?
Yeah.
So he fell off the roller coaster and got ran over by the train.
Oh, gosh.
Oh.
When did that happen?
1940?
Yeah.
It's like freaking like Austin Powers where
Yeah,
that
cool.
dude's all, no!
Jesus, dude, that was pre-World War. Lakeside is that old?
Yeah.
I thought it was like the 60s.
Dude,
not
have you ever seen pictures of Lakeside?
I guess
it's
those
like
pictures are black and white.
it's
so
there's
dude,
like a ballroom and all kinds of stuff.
That's what I was just talking
there's
about.
tons of
You
stuff.
don't listen to anything I
I'm
say.
reading this.
God damn it.
What gives a shit, Vince? Nobody's listening to you. Just kidding. I'm sorry.
I'm listening to me.
What if we could investigate Lakeside?
I wished.
It's probably haunted as a mother.
So
That place has got to be haunted. It's such a decrepit. There was a guy who died in the racetrack.
I
Yeah.
remember that. I remember hearing that. That would be so cool, dude, to revive that racetrack.
I don't know, man. That place is just.
It says-
Those of you that don't live in Denver, just look up Lakeside Amusement Park online, and you can see what a dump it is.
So it says.
They charged the stupidest thing is they charge tickets. It's only $1 to get in, and then a ticket. get on a ride, and it's like
$20
$10
for 6 tickets.
to get on a ride. Like the biggest ripoff ever.
Sedamar was at Lakeside without knowledge of his sister, Miss Irene Sedamar. I don't even know if I'm saying that right. I hope I am. With whom he lived in spite of his definite promise to her earlier that evening that he would not go to the park, but he would remain at home with her, accompany in some place. She did not wish to remain home alone. The other members of the family would be obliged to work. The accident occurred just opposite of the ballroom on the last stretch of the track, at the point where the track makes a slight turn to clear the ballroom building. According to the passengers on the same train and the contesting train, Sedamar appeared to be leaning out of the seat, and his body lurched out of the car just as is rounded up and turned a light on a double railing between the two sets of tracks. The train on the opposite track was slightly behind the other one, which Sedamar was a passenger, and according to the witnesses, Sedamar's body was dragged a few feet and bounced back and forth in between the two trains.
Oh,
fuck, dude.
Oh my god.
Two of the other trains speeding along a few seconds
How
behind.
many freaking trains did they have?
I don't know. From Sedamar was thrown past, and a passenger heard and felt a peculiar bumping of the body when it was shuttled between the trains.
Oh my god.
So it probably was like a dunk, 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 dunk. So Sedamar was with
So he
him.
wasn't on the roller coaster, he was on a train.
Yeah, and he fell off the train in between the two tracks.
Was he hammered or what?
It doesn't say.
What a fucking way to go.
I tried to catch hold of him but couldn't, and the next minute he was gone, said Sheik hysterically last night. I heard him shriek and then felt the bumping of the trains as they ground the body between them. As soon as we got into the station, I told the man who runs the derby, and they stopped the machinery.
Fuck, dude.
Oh god, dude.
That sounds.
That's
fucking
dark history, dude.
Like how did that place not shut down after that?
I didn't.
Not only did he just fall off, he got freaking mad.
Every time I drive, I live by Lakeside, so every time I drive by
god,
there,
dude, that shit sent.
So it was right there by the ballroom.
That
he was
shit
only
sent
22 years old, man.
Shivers down my spine, dude.
Yeah, that gave me the chills.
Fuck, dude.
Jesus, dude, they probably had to cremate him.
That just listening to that, dude, is traumatizing.
I could just imagine.
That was dark, dude. That got dark real quick.
Good lord.
Lakeside, huh?
That's kind of like, dude, we have a lot of weird things like that. Like the elephant that was buried. We have an elephant that was buried from a circus from like the 1920s or something.
In Edgewater, huh?
Yeah, like a little boy was running around the circus, and it trampled him to death.
Yeah, and they just took it out and shot it.
Shot it and buried it. So we have an elephant buried in Denver somewhere.
It's the one right across from Stones Lake, right?
I don't even know, dude. I can't even think straight.
I thought it like killed like 3 people. Or
no, it just trampled a 5-year-old boy, and they shot him.
Fuck, dude. Can you imagine getting ground up and between like...
Oh, dude, he probably died instantly. He probably didn't feel it.
Fuck.
Yeah, all your bones.
That's
like that probably broke every bone.
That's
in
like
his
faces
body.
of death shit right there, dude.
Wow.
Well, whether Denver's infamous elephant died of old age or was put to death somewhere else remains a mystery. There aren't elephant bones underneath a parking lot in Edgewater. There was part of this legend resting, or put the legend to rest.
What was the elephant's name? Bobo? No, Bobo's the guy from Squatch Hunters. Bobo! Speaking of which, is that show still on?
Yeah.
Go
And they
squatch it.
still haven't found...
They don't ever find
fucking
shit.
spot.
That's the one thing Dead October will never do is go squatching.
I
just don't want to get mangled
it's
by
still
exactly.
open for debate.
No.
It's open for debate.
That I'm terrified of. Because what if you run into a bear? What are we going to do?
I know, or a fucking mountain lion. just swats your face off.
Oh God, that one of that guy that was walking along that trail in Utah, and that cougar was chasing him.
Speaking of,
She's like,
cougar,
"Hey, you look good." No, it was
I finally watched Prey.
What'd you think?
It was alright.
Indian chick's hot, huh?
So,
She a hottie.
speaking of that,
She a hottie.
so I have this story.
Hey, mama, how you doing?
I have this story of
How you
when
doing?
we had the Colorado fires.
Doing good.
So, like, the mountains were, like, completely on fire. They had I-70 shut down. Like, the whole west side was, like, burning down.
The
right?
Granby fires.
I don't remember, but, and, like, the whole west side was on fire. Remember, it was huge. Like,
You're not on fire, Ricky Bobby.
So from Denver to Grand Junction is a straight shot on I-70, right? So we had to go to Grand Junction to run a project out there. It was Nick and I. We have to take this detour, right? And the detour goes all the way around, and it added like 8 hours to our trip. So from Denver to Grand Junction, it's only you can get there between like
Pretty much rerouted
3 to
you
5 hours, right?
To Wyoming.
So it turned into be a fucking like 15-hour fucking drive, right? Just to
Yeah.
get to fucking Grand Junction to go all the way around. So first things first, we're driving literally in the middle of fucking nowhere. There's mountains and fucking windy road, and there's not we haven't seen a person for miles, right?
The long and winding.
So we're driving, and I see a car on the side of, and like it looked like it rolled off the side of the mountain. And so I slam on my brakes, and I'm like, dude, did you see that? And he's like, what? I'm like, I think I just saw a fucking car in the ditch back there. And so he's like, well, let's go check. So we like back up and we get out of the car, and I'm like ready to run down there to make sure they're okay, right? Make sure nobody rolled off the side of the mountain. And I look down there, 50 fucking cars, man. Just fucking all over the fucking the edge. It's almost like these motherfuckers are just driving off the fucking cliff.
Like Jeepers.
There's old cars, there's new cars, there was like even a newer car. So there was like fucking like a 1920s car, a 1950s car, like a newer car. And I started looking down there, dude, and I'm like, I tell Nick, I look at him, I'm like, dude, let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Before I get the fucking wrong turn and the fucking arrow in the neck or something out of nowhere.
What horror movie is it where they pull up and there's cars from like different eras? Is it Texas Chainsaw Massacre? Where they got like 60s cars, 50s cars. You can see how long they've been hacking people up.
We keep going, right? We keep going, and we're driving through, and we're like just getting through, and all of a sudden it's dark as shit, dude. Nobody for miles. We see this old lady standing in the middle of the fucking road in a nightgown.
Why didn't you stop?
Fuck that.
Ethel needed your help.
I don't give a fuck. That sucks.
Fuck Ethel.
That's how horror movies fucking start.
Poor Ethel.
Yeah, and
Dude, I drove right past her ass, and Nick was like, "You're not gonna stop." I said, "Bitch, do you want to die today?" I am not trying to get my head chopped off.
What
and
is an
chained
old
in
lady?
somebody's
What if she'd have
basement.
told you?
I baked you some cookies.
What what is an old lady doing in the middle of fucking nowhere in the road?
In her
I don't know.
fucking nightgown.
I don't
was
know
like,
what
nope.
old ladies do.
A smart person would
Go
call
for
the cops
midnight
and
walks?
say, "Hey, I saw this old lady at mile marker, blah blah blah. Can you go check it out?"
Well, I left it.
No,
then
I wouldn't have stopped.
then maybe like a mile after that, dude, I had to slam on my brakes because there was like 10 of these massive ass fucking elks just standing in the road.
What if you got like
Just staring at
Yeah.
What's up, fool?
what if you got like ambushed and then like
By what? Her cats?
a bunch of like mountain men and they just
Wow.
shove their peni.
Stop it.
They play dentist with their penises.
Stop it.
Start brushing your teeth.
The way that girl fucking face fucked me with the radar.
I can't do it with the both of you. I can do it with one of you, but I can't do it with the both of you.
They start.
Okay.
So, but I was just telling.
Quit trying to go. Just stop. This isn't redneck porn time.
The reason why I brought that story up is because I thought I remembered it today, and I was like, "Oh yeah, that was weird."
Fluoride and brushing your teeth and.
But at that time, dude, Grand Junction was so like covered in smoke you couldn't see shit.
Butt floss.
Dude, that is such a lie. I'm still mad about Sloan's Lake being 8 feet deep.
It's not 8 feet.
That is such bullshit.
There's no way.
Let's go rent a boat, go out there, get 8 foot of rope, put a rock at the end of it, and see if we could touch it.
No, we'll just we'll rent a boat. We'll get you a ghillie suit or a swimsuit.
I don't know how to swim.
We'll tie a rope to you and we'll throw you and watch you sink.
So
I don't do
my
water.
sister
Just pull when you start running out of air.
my Amanda's sister-in-law got married, and they went to Hawaii for their what do you call that when you get married? Honeymoon, yeah. So they rented a submarine, and the submarine took them out, and it took them diving on shipwrecks. Wouldn't that be freaking awesome?
No.
Dude, she sent my sister pictures, and she showed them to me, and it looked like the coolest thing ever, dude. They were hovering over this one shipwreck, and there was like sharks swimming in and out of it.
No,
you wouldn't do that.
That sounds like my worst nightmare.
God, dude,
That's
I would
horrible.
die to go in a submarine.
Oh, fuck no.
That would be so cool. Like, my favorite ride is at Disneyland is the submarine, the little
Finding
Nemo ride.
Nemo ride.
Yes,
I couldn't even
it's
breathe. That was
submarine.
so fat. Like people were trying to sit next to me, and I'm like, "Scoot
fun.
the fuck over."
Dude, I hit my head so hard. It probably made me like a couple points dumber. I hit it so hard coming out of that thing. Dude, I don't know how I didn't split my head wide open. I was so excited. Disneyland, I was like on a sugar rush. And
No, that's like my worst fear.
so
Not only
bad.
am I underwater, so I have whatever that fucking fear is where you look at the water and you can't see underneath, like below you, and it's deep. And
yeah.
I forgot what phobia that is, but I have it. And so that one, not only mixed with claustrophobia,
Dude,
fuck that. That's a nightmare
It's a
for me.
submarine. That would be so cool.
Well,
Dude, I
the
would
one
do
at
that.
Disneyland, it's not like it's gonna sink and you're gonna fucking drown.
Well,
and
they're
die.
not in like
It's like 5
they're
feet
not
of water.
in 7,000 feet of water.
Yeah.
They were probably like in
Like
30
that
feet.
dude that went to the bottom
Still
of the
too deep.
ocean, dude. Like the 5 points of the bottom of the ocean.
Oh, that was James Cameron.
No, the other dude.
James
like
Cameron
a-
went to the bottom
No,
of each
millionaire.
ocean.
Another guy,
He was like a big millionaire that fucking
multi-millionaire.
bought or made this crazy ass.
Oh no,
sub.
James Cameron went to the bottom of the Marianas Trench. Now I know who you're talking about. That
I
older
went,
guy,
like-
and it was leaking. Remember, the
was
water
like-
was coming down.
He was
Oh my
going
God.
down, dude, and then he's all, "Oh, we got a leak here." Oh shit.
They're like 4 hours deep.
And you're like, "What the fuck, dude?" Like I'd be in full panic
Dude,
mode.
4 hours deep, and you're like,
It's
I'd
leaking.
I'd start doing
Oh,
it was
stupid
like
shit.
God, dude.
a
I'd be chewing-
$350 million sub.
I wouldn't
and
do
it
that.
was
Not to
leaking?
the bottom of the ocean.
I'd start
fuck?
chewing bubble gum and trying to stick it in the hole. Ah, shit.
Not to the bottom, but like 30 feet. I mean, that would be cool to see a shipwreck.
If I was like in that moment, dude, I'd probably go get one fucking.
What if you like plug that hole and another one?
I'd probably get
Plug
one
that one and another
lumberjack
one?
off. Like if I was
what?
in that.
Wait, what?
You're in the thing with other people. You're not in a one-man sub.
No, if I was in a one-man sub and it starts leaking, I'm getting one HJ off before I die.
That's just sad.
It'd be like asphyxiation.
And then you don't die. And you're on camera in front of everybody.
Desperate times come for desperate measures. I felt like I was gonna die, and at the moment, it felt like just an HJ was the right thing to do.
Where's Kenneth? Kenneth, we gotta clean the screen. We got a little crack
I
out
saw
there.
the leakage. I panicked. It was
Some lubricant,
it was
lubricated lubrication leakage.
it was the best orgasm I've ever had.
That's a life or death orgasm.
Reminds me of Dennis. Oh, jeez.
Oh shit. I don't know, man. The whole underwater thing. If God meant us to be under fucking water, we'd be able to breathe underwater.
probably be like
I'm glad I have some discretion, dude. There's some stories.
it'd
I
probably
can
be
tell you.
like a panic boner. You'd be like, you probably wouldn't even get it up. You'd probably just finish before you got it up.
a part of Chubb.
No. That would be scary, dude. I would be terrified.
Tell a story about the chicken. The chicken neck.
No, no,
So
no, no, no.
Oh shit!
I don't find that one appeasing.
I think it's funny.
I don't think so.
It's not my fault.
You guys are loose.
Mrs. Brown.
You're the one that left it in there, so
You had it last.
that's your fault.
You're a horrible person.
Make sure and pick things up off the floor. Be a man.
Clean your house. Be a man. Clean your office. Be a man.
Don't leave grow up peepees on your floor.
Kick it under the table. Be a man.
They should have just kicked it under your fridge.
8 feet.
It would be
That is such bullshit.
kick it under the table.
I don't.
done.
about
That's
that.
gotta be wrong, dude. It has to be. The max depth is 8 feet. No fucking way.
I'd say 18. 8.
That's gotta be at least 30. The deepest point in Sloan's Lake.
It's man-made? That really bothers me too.
Let me see.
Why would they leave an island if it's
Yeah,
man-made?
it's always been man-made.
I don't know. All these lakes around. Oh, remember when they drained? Was it Berkeley?
Yeah.
They found an old like 1930s wreck. It was like a 1930s truck or something.
Is that where they found the airplane?
there was still a body in it?
In Berkeley Lake?
Didn't you guys used to live right next door to Berkeley?
Yeah.
In those high rises.
And our cat jumped off the 8th floor or some shit like that.
Did it die?
No. It just parachuted. It was all
Fifi.
like I watched it and it was just and it fucking landed on
Dude,
the thing
that-
and it just took off.
That apartment, the elevator in that apartment was so scary.
That
I
place
remember
was
being a
haunted.
little kid, and we went to visit you guys, and I was terrified.
That place was
because the elevator was all
The cabinets and shit used to open up by themselves and the worst one the haunted location
I can't
that we
believe
lived
those things
in
are still there.
was the one on Colfax, dude. Is my mom's radio would go full ass blast in the middle of the night.
This is pissing me off. It doesn't fucking say.
Well, we've had other family that lived in that house, and they all say it was haunted. Every single one of them.
Damn it, Google.
That place.
That's where you seen your dude with the overalls on. Was it you?
Yeah, that was me.
There's what 4 or 5 other families of our family owns the house. Everybody who's lived there said that place
What the
is
fuck?
crazy haunted.
Sloan's Lake is also notoriously shallow. Most of the lake drops no deeper than 5 feet. This is fucking bullshit, dude. My childhood's a lie.
I know. It's bottomless.
That
No,
can't
it's
be
not.
true because you can't drive a boat in a shallow ass area.
I guess 5 feet.
That's what it says. This is fucking bullshit. I'm pissed off.
Camera's too hot. Powering off. I'm off. Why is it hot?
Ooh, that's hot.
Where are we at?
We're about
over
to.
an hour.
Yeah.
So, well, that concludes our episode for this.
The tour around
this
Denver.
podcast of how fucked up Lakeside is.
We didn't even have that planned to
No.
talk about Lakeside. That just came up.
Oh,
But,
yeah, it's hot.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
GoPros get hot, people.
Thank you for watching, listening. Go check out our new episode, Ashmore.
Oh, and also don't forget, we're starting to sell
that's hot. Feel
Dead October T-shirts. You can get them made through Odelis Vasquez. Her company Paris at Night makes T-shirts, decals, cups, anything you need for your Dead October needs.
You don't have to necessarily get a Dead October shirt.
Well, anything you want, really.
She made us Red Hot Chili Pepper shirts for the concert.
So if you need to contact Odelis, please email her at ODIS.
for my shot.
Hold on.
You want to shut up, Boo?
We're doing our commercial.
So her email is, let me re-say that, ODIISZ@gmail.com. That was ODIISZ@gmail.com. So if you need any of your Dead October needs, hit her up. We got good deals.
Too
Prince
sexy for my
Bud.
shirt.
How does anybody
for my
get
shirt.
anything across
Too sexy
with these
for my
guys?
shirt.
Last podcast, man, I couldn't even fucking get a word out.
I was making background music for the commercial.
So was
Son of
I.
a bitch.
I was singing for your commercial.
You know what? People have a good week. I'm done. Done.
Too sexy for my shirt. Too sexy for my shirt. Oh, too sexy. I'm too sexy for my lawn. Too sexy for my lawn. Too sexy. It hurts.
That's so not the words.
That's so sexy.
You're so dumb.
Would you fuck me?
No.
So stupid.
We'll see you guys later. Have a good week.
Have a good week.
Repulsive.
Stay paranormal.
To all the peoples of the world, I once more give expression.
That the only thing we have to fear is fear itself. Whether it wishes us well or ill, that we shall pay any price, bear any burden, meet any hardship, support any friend, oppose any foe, to assure the survival and the success of liberty.
I have never been a quitter.
Tear down this wall.
Perhaps we need some outside universal threat to make us recognize this common bound. I occasionally think how quickly